Hello everyone, it's a unit 2 digital coding of analog signals. We want to convert the analog signals into in the digital form. In that, the first topic is quantization. What is quantization? Quantization is the process of approximating continuous set of values with a finite set of values. We want to convert the continuous set of values into a finite set of values. We already discussed about the sampling theorem. In the sampling theorem, it samples the particular signals and converts it into a sampled output. Similarly here, quantization is the process of approximating continuous set of values with a finite set of values. The input to a quantizer is the analog samples. Sampled output is connected to the input for the quantizer circuit, and the output of the quantizer is always one among a finite number of levels. If the quantizer samples are transmitted directly over a channel, we have a quantized pulse amplitude modulation system. The sampled or the quantizer signals are directly transmitted, then it is called as what? Pulse amplitude modulated system. If we convert that quantizer signals into a block of digits or block of codes for transmission, then it is called as, or then we have a pulse code modulation system. The pulses are converted into a coded form. It is called as pulse code modulation system. Now here we have the quantization diagram. We have the voltage, that is low voltage VL and high voltage VH. The voltage is VL and VH. Suppose here you consider that VL is minus 4 volt and VH is equal to plus 4 volts. That is, the positive voltage is 4 volt and negative voltage is also 4 volts. It is negative voltage minus 4 and positive voltage plus 4. The operation of quantization is represented in this figure. Consider a signal m of t whose amplitude ranges from VL to VH. Its amplitude varies from low level voltage VL to high level voltage VH. The total range, the whole voltage, is divided into m levels, that is m number of levels. See here, total voltage is VL to VH, that is divided into m equal intervals. M equal intervals means we consider this M0, M1, M2, M3. This all levels are equal, m equal intervals. And here we have the equal step size. You observe this. This is the step size. This step size indicates high voltage minus low voltage divided by m. In this example, suppose you consider that VL is equal to minus 4 volts and VH is equal to plus 4 volts. Then according to this formula, VH is plus 4, minus of minus 4, it becomes plus 4, divided by M, it is 8 in this example. So what it becomes? 4 plus 4, 8, divided by M, that is 8. Then step size is equal to 1 volt. Here it's a modulating signal m of t. This m of t signal we want to convert it into a quantized signal. This quantized signal has a discrete set of signals. Here the signal is not continuously varies. Here how we can get the quantized output. The quantizer signal mq of t. Quantizer signal is indicated by what? Mq of t is generated in the following way. Whenever m of t in the range delta naught, the signal mq of t maintains the constant level m0. See here, this is m0. When it is quantized, then that signal, the value is delta naught, then it maintains the level m0. You observe this. Here it is always M0 in the delta naught. When it is delta 1, it maintains the level M1. This value indicates what? M1. Here when it is delta 2, this maintains the level M2. Like this, it maintains the levels from M0, M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6 till M7, because here we have a total 8 levels. Whenever m of t in the range delta naught, the signal mq of t maintains the constant level m0. Whenever m of t is in the range delta 1, the signal mq of t maintains the constant level m1. See here, in general, the signal mq of t will be found at one of the levels m0, m1 till m7. You observe this diagram. Here any one level is there, that is M0 to M7. Next, the second thing is transition. Transition means the signal changes its position from M0 to M1. This position. Here this is considered as a transition. At which point the transition takes place? Here it changes its position from M0 to M1 when the signal reaches L01. L01. This is 0 and this one is 1. L01. And here it changes its position from M1 to M2 at L12. This is L1 and this is 2. So L12. Here you observe this transition takes place. And this transition is a abrupt or sudden variation. That is from M1 to M2. Here M2 to M3. M3 to M4. Like this, it changes its position at a levels L01, L12, L23 and so on. Transition in MQ of T takes place abruptly from M0 to M1. When M of T passes the transition level L01. Like this, at any instant, this changes its position from the previous M to the next M, that is M0 to M1 or M1 to M2. When this level reaches, this L34 reaches, then at that point only the modulating signal, this sine wave indicates what? Modulating signal. When the modulating signal reaches this point L34, L45, in that point the M changes its position from previous to next level. See here, this continuous signal, ಇಲ್ಲಿ continuous variations ಇದೆ sine wave. ಈ sine wave ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು quantizer signal ಆಗಿ convert ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. Here we have the variation. ಇಲ್ಲಿ variation ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ -4 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. -4 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ equivalent ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? M0. This is the negative point. This M0 is the quantizer signal. So ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ನೆಗ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಯರೆಸ್ಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಯಾವುದಿದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. That is M0. See here, this is the highest value. That highest value is converted into M7. Variation is from this continuous variation, that is M of t. ಆ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಏನಂತ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? M of t. And the quantizer signal is indicated by MQ of t. Then it indicates the error becomes less or output becomes smoother when number of steps are increases. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ VL to VH 8 steps ಇದೆ. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here the step size is more. You already know that step size is equal to higher voltage minus lower voltage divided by M. ಈಗ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಯಾವುದಿದೆ? ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ M, small m. Now you observe this. If step size is small, then error becomes less. Error ಯಾಕೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಪೋಸ್ 4 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಫುಲ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? 1 ವೋಲ್ಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಫುಲ್ 1 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾವುದರಿಂದ? that 0.5 volts ಇದೆ. Suppose here you observe that this full variation is indicated by what? 0.5 volt. ಈ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ 0.5 ವೋಲ್ಟ್, ಇಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೆ 1.5 ವೋಲ್ಟ್. ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಈಕ್ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಿಂದ? 1.5 ವೋಲ್ಟ್. Similarly here 2.5 volt. Like this we have the variations and error ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋದೆಲ್ಲಾನು ನೀವು ಏನಂತ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? S/2, that is M3. ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಈ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫುಲ್ M3 ಅಂತ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ that variation is equal to ಇಲ್ಲಿ 4 volts ಇದ್ರೂ M3 ನೇ, 3.5 volts ಇದ್ರೂ M3 ನೇ. So what is the error here? What is the variation error? That is S/2. S/2 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 0.5 volts. ಸಪೋಸ್ ನೀವು ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಅನ್ನ 1 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಬದಲಿಗೆ 0.5 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಸೈಜ್ ರಿಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎರರ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್, ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಎರರ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ S/2. ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಎರರ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಇರೋದು ಎಷ್ಟು? S/2. ನೀವು ಈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಅನ್ನ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಎರರ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So we can increase the we can reduce the error by reducing the step size. But step size ಅನ್ನ reduce ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ? Here we have a 8 levels. So 8 levels ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಈ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟೈಸರ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೀವು ಕೋಡೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ that required number of codes is equal to 2 raised to n. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲೆವೆಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ? ಟೋಟಲ್ 8 ಲೆವೆಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ನೀಡ್ಸ್ 3 codes, that is 0 0 0 to 1 1 1. You already know that M7 means that is 7 is nothing but 1 1 1. We need 3 codes. If suppose we use 16, we can use 16, 32, 64, that is 2 to the power of n. 64, 128, 256, like that we can increase the number of levels. When you increase that number of levels, at the same time we need a more number of bits to indicate that particular levels or particular values. When we need a more number of bits, then we need more channel capacity because bit rate is increases. When bit rate is increases, then automatically we need a more bandwidth, more channel capacity, so that we consider the number of levels as well as the number of bits, and by that we want to reduce the noise as well as to increase the signal quality or signal level by compromising between the signal levels and the number of bits. Here we have that condition. Next we consider that the quality of a quantizer output depends upon the number of quantization levels used. I already told that number of quantization levels, how many quantization levels we have used, depends upon that the quality of the quantization is changes. If you use the larger number of levels, then automatically quantization output is good. But at the same time we have one drawback, that is it needs a more bandwidth. Due to that it needs a more channel capacity. Next we consider the types of quantization. The quantization is mainly classified into two types. One is uniform quantization and another one is non-uniform quantization. Its name only indicates uniform means the step sizes remains or the quantization levels are uniform, uniformly spaced. The step sizes are equal. Then it is called as uniform quantization. The uniform quantization is again classified into two types. One is mid-rise type and another one is mid-trade type. And in the non-uniform quantization, the quantization levels are unequal. The quantization levels are not present in the equal form, and also mostly relation between them is logarithmic. Here we have the logarithmic equation and it is considered as a non-uniform quantization. In the non-uniform quantization, the quantization levels are unequal, but here the quantization levels are uniform or equal. Now we consider the uniform quantization levels, that is mid-rise and mid-trade type. Here this diagrams indicates the mid-rise and mid-trade. You observe here, we have the variation, that is increase in signal in the middle point or the origin. We have the increase in signal. So it is called as a mid-rise. But here the signal is not increased. So it is considered as a mid-trade. The signal is not increased here in the origin. So it is called as mid-trade. And here the signal is increased. So it is considered as a mid-rise. The mid-rise type is called because the origin lies in the middle of a rising part of the staircase like graph. The number of levels in the mid-rise quantizer, that is L is equal to 2 to the power of n. You remember that here it is the number of levels are always even in the mid-rise, and here the number of levels are always odd. That is, here the number of levels are 2 raised to n minus 1. In the mid-trade type, the number of levels are 2 raised to n minus 1. So it is an odd number. But in the mid-rise type, the number of levels are always even. That's equals to 2 raised to n, that is 2 to the power of n means it is a even number. Here 2 raised to n minus 1 means it is a odd number. The mid-trade type is so called because the origin lies in the middle of a trade of the staircase like graph. The number of levels in the mid-trade quantizer, that is L is equal to 2 raised to n minus 1. It is a odd number. Next, it is a uniform because both the mid-trade and mid-rise of uniform quantizers are symmetric about the origin. See here, both are symmetric to the origin. This is the origin in both the cases. Here it is symmetric to the origin. So it is considered as a uniform quantization. Next we consider the quantization noise. I already told that some noise occurs when we approximated the value to a nearest value. Then we have the quantization noise. Quantization noise is also called as quantization error. Observe this diagram. Here the actual value is 0.8 volts and the approximated value is 0.5. Actual value is 0.8 and approximated value is 0.5. Then what is the error here? That is 0.3. So now this is the difference between these two signal, and we have a error or noise of this approximated value, and that is called as quantization error. In this example, here this value is 2.9 and approximated value is 2.5, and in this it is 4 and approximated value is 3.5, and here the approximated value is 1.5 and the actual value is 1.8. Similarly, here we have the variation between the approximated value and the actual value. And you observe this, here we have a waveform. This waveform is divided into 8 equal levels, and that values are indicated by M0, M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, M7. The same waveform you represented like this, and it is sampled by the sampling signals. When it is sampled, we have particular amplitude. That particular amplitude is a actual value. That is 0.8, 2.9, 4, 1.7. Like this, we have a different values, and that values are approximated. Approximated means quantized to a particular value. You observe this quantized values are 3.5 minus 2.5 minus 1.5 minus 0.5 plus 0.5. Like this we have the particular values, that is M0 to M7. So it is equated or approximated to a particular values, that is 0.5, 2.5, 3.5 and so on. So we have some error, that is the difference between the actual value and the approximated value. That is called as a quantization noise. Quantization noise is introduced in the transmitter and is carried all the way along to the receiver output. When we have the noise at the transmitter, that same signal noise is present in the receiver point also. Some errors are introduced in the process of quantizing the analog signals into a binary values. When we convert that analog signals into a binary value, we have some error or distortion. The difference between the actual sampled value and its nearest quantized value is called as quantization noise or quantization error. Now you consider one example by this diagram. The nearest quantization value is 0.5 and actual sampled value is 0.8. This introduces a noise in the sampled signal. Such a noise is known as quantization noise or quantization error. Quantization noise is equivalent to the random noise. It's a random noise that impacts the signal to noise ratio. You already know that signal to noise ratio of the signal. That means signal strength should be high, noise strength should be low. Then signal to noise ratio is high and we have a very good output. Here this quantization noise affects to the signal to noise ratio. Signal to noise ratio is measure of a signal strength relative to the background noise. If the background noise is very weak, then signal to noise ratio is very good. If the background noise is more, then we have the lesser signal to noise ratio. Signal strength becomes less. The higher the signal to noise ratio, the better is the voice quality. Voice quality is increases. Quantization noise reduces the signal to noise ratio of the signal, because when we have the noise, then noise strength is increases, then automatically the signal strength at the output is decreases. So this quantization noise reduces the signal to noise ratio of the signal. Quantization noise or quantization errors are reduced by increasing the number of quantization levels. I already explained here how we can reduce the noise. If you reduce the step size, here the maximum noise is S by 2 or maximum error is S by 2. When you reduce the step size, S is step size. If you reduce the step size, then automatically the error is also reduces. Here they indicate that the quantization noise or quantization error can be reduced by increasing the number of quantization levels. ಈಗ 8 ಇದ್ದದನ್ನ 16 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ step size decrease ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. When step size is decreases, then the maximum quantization error is always S by 2. 1 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು 0.5 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 0.5 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ನಾಯ್ಸ್ 0.25 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ ದಟ್ noise level is decreases. Quantization level ಅನ್ನ increase ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ the quantization noise is decreases. By this step size reduces. By this the step size reduces so that the difference between the signal's actual value and the nearest assignable value is reduced. ನೀವು step size ಅನ್ನ reduce ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ actual value and the assigned value difference is also decreases. But how why we not increase the step size, or why we not reduce the step size, and why you not increase the number of levels? Number of levels ಅನ್ನ ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಲೆವೆಲ್ಗೆ increase ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, because when we increase the number of levels, then it needs a more number of bits, and due to that the bandwidth required is increases. An increase in the number of quantization levels increases in the bits needed to represent the signal being transmitted. 8 levels ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 3 bits ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. 16 levels ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 4 bits ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅನ್ನು ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ 4 bits ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. If suppose 32 bits, then 5 bits. Sorry, 32 levels, then 5 bits. If it is 64 levels, then it is 6 bits. 128 levels, then it is 7 bits. If it is 256 levels, then it is 8 bits. ಈ ತರ ನೀವು ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟೈಸರ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಬಿಟ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಬರೀ 8 ಲೆವೆಲ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ 3 bits are sufficient. If it is 16 bits, then we need 4 bits. 16 levels idre 4 bits. Thus, number of values chosen is a compromise between the ಕ್ವಾಂಟೈಸೇಷನ್ ಎರರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಬಿಟ್ ರೇಟ್. ಬಿಟ್ ರೇಟು ತುಂಬ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು, ಕ್ವಾಂಟೈಸೇಷನ್ ಎರರು ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. ಅದೆರಡರ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಮೈಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ವಾಂಟೈಸೇಷನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಸನ್ನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಿಟ್ ರೇಟ್ ಆವಾಗ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಮೈಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಕ್ವಾಂಟೈಸೇಷನ್ ಎರರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಬಿಟ್ ರೇಟ್. Here, for example, for the speech, we need 8 to 16 levels. 8 to 16 levels are sufficient. 8 to 16 levels ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಅನ್ನು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ 3 bits or 4 bits are sufficient. And in practical digital telephone systems, they use 256 levels. 256 levels means it is 2 raised to 8 for one bit, or sorry, one message they need 8 bits. Here levels are used to keep the quantization error to a tolerable level. This indicates the quantization error. How we can reduce the quantization error? By reducing the step size. What is the drawback? If you reduce the step size, then number of bits required is increases. So we have the compromise between the quantization error and the bit rate. Okay. The next one is compending. Compending means it is a compressing plus expanding. It's a combination of compressing plus expanding. Compending, compression, expanding. Compending refers to the process of first compressing an analog signal at the source and then expanding this signal back to its original size when it reaches destination. Compending means it is a combination of compressing plus expanding. ಕಂಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಟರ್ ಸೈಡ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ರೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ. ತುಂಬಾ ಹೈ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ದ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಯಾವ ರೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೇವೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಮಿಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ರೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ರಿಸೀವರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ದ compression in the transmitter side, then we should use the expansion in the receiver side. Number of levels reduce ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಂಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. At the receiving point we use the expansion. ಯಾವ ರೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೇವೋ ಅದೇ ರೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಕರ್ವ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಕರ್ವ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಕಂಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್. Here this indicates its ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ವರ್ಸಸ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀವು ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸಪೋಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಯು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ಲಿ, ದೆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್. ಆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಿ. ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಕಂಪ್ರೆಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್, ದೆನ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ರಿಸೀವರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ದಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ರೆಸ್ಡ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ, ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಸೇಮ್ ರೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Here the signal is expanded, it is not compressed. Here you observe this, that signal is expanded. Suppose ಇದನ್ನ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ತಗೊಂಡೋದ್ರೆ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಹೀಗಿರ್ತಿತ್ತು, ಆ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರೋ ಅದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ರೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಿ. ಸೊ ಓವರ್ ಆಲ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಿ. ಸೊ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫೈನಲ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಕಂಪೆಂಡರ್ ಎಂದು? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಡಾಟೆಡ್ ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಏನು ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಂಪೆಂಡರ್ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್, which is a combination of compression and expansion characteristic. Compression and expansion characteristics. Due to the inverse nature of compression and expansion, the overall characteristic of the compender is a straight line. See here. ಎರಡರದ್ದು ಓವರ್ ಆಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಕಂಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಷನ್ ಎರಡು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದ ಓವರ್ ಆಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಕಂಪೆಂಡರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್. Here we have one block diagram in the pulse code modulation, how we can use the compender circuit. This is a modulating signal, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಲರ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ದಟ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ಡ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಇಂಟು ಎ compender. Here this compender compress that signals. ಹೈ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಇದ್ದದನ್ನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಂಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಕ್ವಾಂಟೈಸೇಷನ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ಸನ್ನು ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ. Then we use the uniform quantization. These both are combined together, it indicates a non-uniform quantizer. Then it is converted into a quantizer signal. That quantizer signal is converted into a coded form by using encoder. Encoder converts the coded information, known informations into coded information. This coded information transmission path ಅಲ್ಲಿ transmit ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. It's a transmission path. ಈ transmission path may be wired or wireless. Then the receiver section we use the decoder. ಇಲ್ಲಿ coded ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, known information ಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So we use the decoder circuit. This decoder converts the coded information into a known information. But this known information is present in the compressed form. Here we use the compressor. Therefore we use the expander circuit in the receiver side. Expand ಮಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಲೋ ಪಾಸ್ ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. The low pass filter passes only the message signal, that is m of t. At the output of the low pass filter we have the original message signal. Here non-uniform PCM expander and compressor circuit are used in the non-uniform PCM circuit. Uniform ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದು, non-uniform. The analog input sample, that is this analog input signal that is sampled here, that signal is connected to the compender, that is compressor circuit, not compender, compressor circuit. This compresses the signal. Then that compressed signal is connected to the quantizer circuit. This quantizer converts that signals into a mq of t. This m of t is converted into mq of t. This mq of t is connected to the encoder circuit to convert it into a coded form, and that coded signal is transmitted to the transmission line. Then it is connected to the decoder to convert that coded information into known information. Then known information is present in the compressed form, so it is connected to the expander. That expander expands that signals in the same rate as how it is compressed here. In that same rate it is expanded. Then it is connected to low pass filter, and at the output we have a m of t, original modulating signal. Compending reduces the noise and crosstalk. Why we need the compending in the transmission and reception? Because to reduce the noise level, the process involves the decreasing the number of bits used to record the strongest signals. I already told that when we have the larger signal, then it needs a larger number of levels. When we use the larger number of levels, the error is increases. Lesser number of levels, error is increases. If you increase the number of levels, then number of bits required is also increases. When the number of bits are increases, then the channel capacity is also larger, channel capacity is required, and bandwidth is also larger, bandwidth is required. To reduce that distortion, to reduce the quantization noise, and to have the minimum bits, or to with a minimum bandwidth, we can transmit the signals by using this compending process. Okay, thank you.